Hi, I'm here to show you how I am infusing my interest of technology into the management of the IEP team at my school. So I already use a variety of technological tools like Excel, SharePoint, and Outlook to manage IEP meetings, but what I would like to do is use a new app called Tasks in a Box to help manage our projects, which are our IEP meetings, and the tasks associated with those and better track those. So let me show you how I do things right now. When I have a student that needs to be scheduled for a meeting, I place the meeting in the IEP meeting calendar here on our SharePoint. It's a shared calendar, much like a Google Calendar, where everybody who has access can see what meetings are scheduled, what time they are. So I usually will do that by going to my Outlook and putting it on my shared calendar. For ease of this presentation, I'm just going to show you my personal calendar how this works. So we click open this. I would indicate who is going to be at the meeting, the child's name, who I need to be at the meeting, and the date and time right here, and also the type of the meeting that we're holding. Okay, then that would populate automatically to the SharePoint calendar, and that's how people are notified. What I'd like to do now is use Tasks in a Box. This does connect to my Outlook calendar. So when I place this in my calendar, it syncs right here to the Task in a Box meeting hub calendar. And from here, we can do a lot of different things. But before we take a look at that, go back to, if we had this meeting, we would hold the meeting. Each of us would take our own personal notes and keep them for ourselves. And if we ordered any assessments or anything, I would put it on a spreadsheet in Excel. It's called the assessment list. And then I would just post it here each time it changed on the assessment list page. I can't show you because now it will populate with private student information. So what I like about Tasks in a Box is that it allows for internal note-taking and task management. So I don't have to use 3 or 4 different programs. We're all using one program to help us manage the task, which is our IEP meeting. So I'm going to click open this task here for the test student meeting. And you can see we have our 3 participants, myself, Mrs. Creeron, who just recently was married, and Ms. Hook. So we're going to go ahead and prepare that meeting. So here in the meeting, we're going to create our meeting agenda. And we'll do a blank one. So we always start out meetings with parent concerns. And then the next portion of this meeting will be the annual review. Then we'll talk about the reevaluation plan. And for this student, there's another need that the child has. It's not directly IEP related, but we want to talk about that. So, other non-IEP needs. Okay. So I have the option to, assign an amount of time. So we could do 5 minutes for parent concerns. We can do 30 minutes for the annual review portion, 15 minutes for the reevaluation plan, and it's showing me here I only have 10 minutes left. So that should give us 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes that we could assign, but for some reason it's not letting me open that up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and publish the meeting agenda and just send it to my teammates. I'll go ahead and publish that. Okay. And so then when it's time for the meeting, I can go ahead and click Start Meeting. And that's actually going to start counting down how much time we're using. That helps us keep on track. It's also up here. It's really helpful for me when I have back-to-back meetings, keeping track of the time, making sure that we're on agenda and things like that. So again, as you see, it has the 5 minutes here. If we get through 5 minutes of this recording, we'll see it probably pop down to annual review and reevaluation. So at this meeting for this child, there's going to be a couple different things that we're going to do. We're going to order an educational assessment. assessment and a psychological and cognitive assessment. And so I'm going to complete the educational assessment. The language assessment is going to be done by Ms. Hook. All right, go ahead and send that to her. I'll leave myself on as a reminder. And then the psychological and cognitive assessment is going to be completed by Ms. Creron. Go ahead and send that. So now these will populate into my inbox, and I can actually even open them up and set a due date. So let's put a due date August 4th for these. Okay, and we'll go ahead and send that. That creates a reminder in my email that I have this assessment to do. When it's done, I can go in, click it, that I've completed it. Same thing for Mrs. Creron and Ms. Hook when they complete their assessments. Another thing that we're going to do, and the other non-IEP needs, is a social story. So we're going to do social story there. Go ahead and assign that to both Ms. Creron and Ms. Hook. Take myself off of that. And I need for them to have that done sooner than the assessments need to be done. So if we met on the 14th, I'd like them to have that done by the 20th. So again, that will create an inbox reminder for them that this is completed. We'll go ahead and send that. Okay. Any other decisions that we make, like moving section for resource, completing evaluation, updating the IEP, are all there as well. So I can add a note. The test student needs to move to 502 for resource, 501, and then that's captured and saved in there. So the next thing that we can do in the sidebar here is conversations. If we're in the middle of a meeting and there's something that we want to talk about internally we're not sure of, I can always tag in one of the providers, like say for this meeting, I'm not sure if Ms. Creron is going to do a cognitive and a psychological, so I will tag her in and say, will you be recommending cognitive as well? And those are our internal notes that we can, if we all have our tasks open, we can see these notes and communicate privately during the meeting rather than stopping the meeting and confusing the parent. Okay. Go back to the meeting summary. Now I'm back on the meeting calendar screen. I'm going to open this up and show one more part about why I think this will be a good fit for my team. When we all have the tasks in the box open, we can all take notes at the same time. So I usually will take notes about the parent concerns. So the parent is concerned about toileting. And then in the annual review portion, Ms. Creron might say, making good progress on his social emotional goals. And in the reevaluation plan, Ms. Hook could enter something like the updated info on language function. So we could all put notes in here, and after we all have completed our notes, go ahead and publish the meeting minutes. So now all three of us have the same notes that we've all been taking during the meeting, as well as the meeting summary. So I'm going to go ahead and publish those meeting minutes. And do that and publish it. Okay. So again, having all of the internal communication, the task tracking, the things run through our secure Outlook email, we think is a really positive way to continue to communicate all of our needs for this, as well as move away from the older style of having multiple sources of information all over the place that we have to worry about integrating. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about tasks in a box. Sorry about my barking dog.